Hi everybody, Jake here. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. If you're new, we're back with another episode of our Lazio series. It's Coming Rome, the series where we try to win the Champions League with Lazio in as quick as time as possible. We're in our second season here, and this could actually be the final episode of the series. I kind of hope it's not, but I also wouldn't mind if it was. I think we're definitely at a level where we could potentially win this. Some of you, if you've been watching the series, will know that this shouldn't be the Champions League final right now. You should be about to see the semi-final. I'll go into why you're not about to see that, and you might also notice that my background's a little different. More on that to come in a few episodes time or a few videos time, but basically I'm trying to improve my setup a lot recently, getting some new equipment, that kind of thing, so you'll start to see this adjusting over time. All that I've done right now is just move my desk to the side, so different background. You're seeing a nice bit of artwork, that side of me. So yeah, we're playing a Champions League final today against Manchester City. I don't really know how else to say it, but I'm also going to be showing you another match, and that is our last league match of the season against Udinese, where as long as we win, we should win the league. But as you can see, currently we are joint on points with Juventus. They've got a better goal difference than us, but because of head-to-head, it means that as long as we match whatever they do in the next game, which we should do, Udinese should be a comfortable win for us. Yeah, we'll win the league, so you could hopefully see us do the double today, win the league and the Champions League, but we've actually won another trophy as well. So plenty to get into. I just want to thank you guys for all the support on the video so far. The last video, in terms of views and likes and stuff, did tank a bit, but that's my fault because I actually released a video without a title for about 5 minutes, at which point I had to pull the video, change stuff and put it back out again, which YouTube doesn't seem to like in its algorithm. I've done it a few times before and it just leads to video performance dipping massively, so hopefully this goes back upwards. But it's a big one. It could potentially be the last episode. I really want to see us win this. I think we're in a good position. FM22 isn't too far away. Another season we'd definitely be there, but this season you'll see why, but we've proved that we are one of the best teams in the division, if not one of the best teams in the world. So plenty to get into, but I think the first thing I'll start with is just saying, yeah, a massive thank you to you guys, but also if you could like the video, that would really mean a lot. After the performance of the last one, likes will really help in getting these videos out to people who might have missed the last episode. So if we can go for 50 likes, that would be great. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've just hit 3,100. Who knows where we're going to be by the end of FM22, but I'm really excited for that. Hopefully with the improvements that I make as well, these videos will be a bit more professional, so I'm looking forward to that too. Drop a comment down below which of these trophies you think you're going to win. Do you think we'll win the Champions League and the Serie A, or just one of them? Let me know. And also, if you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord, link down below. Great community over there, over 150 people now, people talking quite regularly. I'm sure when FM22 comes out, they'll all be discussing things about who they're managing, who they've bought, who's done well for them, what kind of tactic they're running, that kind of thing. So if you want to join that ahead of FM22, feel free to. But yeah, we're in a Champions League final. How, you might ask? We are playing Manchester City. Well, you might remember after the Inter Milan game where we won quite comfortably that we're meant to be playing Man U in the semi-final. However, you will see that we went to beat them 4-1 away, which I did mention in the last episode, just to speed the series on a little bit. If we had that kind of thing where the second leg was pretty much going to be almost guaranteed win for us, I'd just skip it. So we were 4-1 up, went into the second leg, I was proved right, we won 3-2, despite the fact that Man U actually went ahead by 2 goals at first, which got me a little heart in mouth, but we eventually did go and get the win. League form kind of dipped off towards the tail end of the season here. We won the Italian Cup final against Atalanta with Olmo and Correa getting the goals there, so we've done pretty well for ourselves considering in this whole period here pretty much we've had Immobile and SMS out for most of it, so it's been good that our team has managed to rally around that and still play well. Thankfully, SMS is back, Immobile is near enough back, SMS in the form of his life at the minute, and we're handing him a new contract because there's plenty of interest in him. But yeah, here we go. We've got Udinese, then we've got Manchester City in the Champions League. We did great in the semi-final, beating Manchester United that much. Just goes to show what kind of level we're on right now, because Man U are so good in Football Manager. Anyone who's played will know that. Now, I could just sit here and talk about plans for FM22, plans for what might happen if we win the Champions League and the series ends, but I'm not going to get into that just yet, because we might go on and end up losing the match and we've got another whole season to do. So we'll see what happens, but we should start with all of our focus really on this Udinese match, and I'm putting out our best team pretty much. If Acerbi is fit, he needs to start, yeah. So we'll go with this as pretty much our best team. I think we'll be comfortable. I really do. I don't see Udinese doing much. Their best player this season has been a player on loan from us, Raul Moro, so hopefully he doesn't play against us, and if he does, hopefully he doesn't score, because it would be a bit gut-wrenching if he's the one who stops us winning the league. Tonali and SMS make the midfield with our usual defence, Lasari and Mendes as the wing-backs, Olmo, Edouard and Correa filling in up front. With Immobile out, Correa's done a great job stepping in there. I always say Correa, no, Correa. Joachim Correa. So that is the team we're going for. Should be an easy win. I'll try and speed it along a little bit as we've got 2 matches in this episode, so let's get straight into it. Okay, we're off here in the game against Udinese. Like I said, Raul Moro is actually starting for them. This camera angle doesn't seem right now. Okay, there we go. It's gone back to normal. I'm just a bit worried about how things might go. Hopefully this recording comes out fine, but because I've been testing a few things like hooking my laptop to a monitor at one point and stuff, it has messed with the resolutions of things, but it should be all fine now. I think I've got it back to normal. It's just that some of my views and displays have been altered in Football Manager because of that. But so far so good. We're piling on the pressure. Looks like this could be a chance for us. It's Correa in the box to Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes goes down the wing. He was brilliant in the last episode. So many of you were saying how good he played because he was absolutely phenomenal in that game. It's another good ball from him. Tonali hits it across the face of the goal. Good start from us. Good bright start. And yeah, hopefully this should be a pretty comfortable game. Hopefully we'll see quite a lot of goals in this one. Man City one might be a bit more what's the word, where nothing really happens. Nothing's really going to happen in the Man City game, I would guess. I think it'll be quite a closely contested one. These Champions League ties tend to be, especially a final. So hopefully we can just keep that down to a minimum, get one goal, never see a Manchester City highlight and walk away with both trophies. But we will see what happens. All focus right now should really be on this match. I don't know what's going on in the Juventus game. I would hope that Juventus are not winning yet because that will put pressure on us, but we'll see at half time. Olmo, though, brought down by our own player, Raul Morro. Genius here. I've loaned him out to Udinese, and on the last day of the season, he's gone and given us a penalty, and he's probably going to go on to be one of our strikers. He's definitely working for us. I don't know if this is legal. I don't know if he should be allowed to do that, just go and win as a penalty from a clear, just random tackle that he didn't need to do. Oh, it's no penalty. Fair enough. Okay, maybe it's not the crime story that I thought it might be, but even still, pretty good opportunity here for Olmo to put the ball in. He floats the cross in. Acerbi at the back post can't get his head to it, and that is that for that highlight. Do let me know what you think of this kind of position, by the way. Actually, there's no point. I'm going to be changing the background quite a lot, thinking of getting some like LED lights, potentially a new camera that can actually zoom in on me and focus on me. But although this one isn't too bad, it's just a webcam that if I go to a PC and a monitor setup, which I'm thinking of, can't stick the webcam on my laptop anymore, which means I'll have to get a tripod or something. Who cares about tripods? I should set it up because Immobile, Edouard has just gone and scored. I'm so used to having Immobile get the goals, but with him out, it's nice to see players like Edouard getting in, creating opportunities, but it is all down to SMS, I think, here. I think that was a great ball from him. Didn't quite catch it, but yeah, on the spin, Edouard's done a lot, to be honest there, actually. I've got to give him credit. Great header from him. Even if he is someone that I might potentially sell, should we go on for another season? I'm a big fan of Edouard. I think he has done well. Although if we can get some good money for him, like 30, 40 million, I would take that to reinvest in the rest of the team. Considering a certain world's best wonder kid is going to be available this summer, Youssef Moukoko. So who knows, maybe we'll go for him. Moukoko. Everyone always bullies me for saying Moukoko instead of Moukoko. But Milinkovic-Savic, 2-0. Easy as we like. This title is definitely coming home. It was a good free kick by Olmo, Correa, Edouard and SMS both getting in there, and it ends up coming off SMS and going into the goal. And the reason I mentioned that Moukoko thing is I made one of the first videos on him when he came out for FM Scout. I think it might have actually been the first video that got released on that player. And it went crazy, but everyone in the comments was like, it's Moukoko, not Moukoko. Where did you get that from? And I don't know. I don't know where I got it from. That's how it was in my head. I never even thought about it another way. And then as soon as people pointed it out, I was like, oh yeah, maybe it is Moukoko. But I can't get it out of my head still. It's always Moukoko in my head. I don't know why. Anyway, Juventus are pretty much cruising against Atalanta. It's not an easy game for them, actually, that away match against Atalanta. But they are winning. It's just good that we're doing even better. We should absolutely have this title in the bag now. I don't see us messing this up. Just going to use all of the suggested substitutions, I think, just to rest the players that the assistant manager is seeing tiring. It might go against me here, though, but we should be fine. It is a Dani Olmo free kick to hopefully finish the game off very nicely. It is that 3-0. Dani Olmo with his 11th for the season, a good debut season for him, £80 million well spent, I think. Luis Alberto probably would get them kind of returns as well, probably like 10 goals, 10 assists kind of thing from Alberto. So as long as Olmo's done pretty much that, the fact that he's about 10 years younger for the same amount of money, I think was definitely good business. Alberto, as he was getting on, if we'd let him stay for another year, I don't think he would have been worth anything in the future. But there we go, the title is won, it's came home to us. Raul Morro helps us out a little bit, I suppose. But this is really good. 2 seasons here at Lazio, 2 league titles, 2 Italian Cups as well. I think we won the Super... No, we lost the Super Cup. But we can't really complain with our success. I mean, 4 trophies already as manager as Lazio. I don't know if the Italian Community Shield and stuff counts, but we'll just take 4 major trophies already. Lift up the trophy. There we go. I won't stay and watch the parade too long because hopefully we'll be watching another one when we beat Manchester City in the final. I've got to get to that game first, so I'll skip ahead. And if anything cool comes up in the meantime, like anyone getting injured, I will let you know. But as you can see, it was a very closely contested season this year. Wow. We got very lucky. One slip up somewhere, we wouldn't have won it. 87 points isn't the best, to be honest. Inter Milan not far behind. Juventus arguably did better than us. It was just our head-to-head record which saved us. Good job as well, because if that had gone down to goal difference, I don't think I would have coped there. But there we go. If any of you are waiting for the youth intake as well, I'm not really going to show that until if there is a season 3, because I don't see the point in showing you guys these players that are in the game if next episode they're not going to exist because the series ends today. So hopefully you guys will understand that, but should we go on to another season, I will show it in the transfer special at the start, the new youth intake players that we've had, named after you channel viewers. So again, thank you all for the support. Here we go, we've just won £21 million for finishing first in the league. If we actually go to our finances, they're starting to go back on the way up after our busy summer, so I'm happy with that, although I think we've done very good business here with Lazio. We might have spent a bit more than, actually no, since we've been here, what have we done? Spent 68, brought in 131, so 68 plus 270, £330 million spent pretty much, and we've brought in 250. We've done quite well. Okay, so we're just in the build up to Man City game. A few things have just happened. First of all, we won loads of awards. So I won Manager of the Year. Most of our players were in the Team of the Year. SMS won the best player in the league. Then the Juventus manager, despite having a pretty good year, got sacked unfortunately. So a bit harsh on him. He actually did better than us in the league, so it's a bit harsh he got sacked. But then we had Christensen come towards us and basically say, 1, I'm not playing enough games. 2, I'm not playing in the right role. He's gone public. He's a bit angry in the press. It's not happening. Yeah, things aren't going too well. I'm hoping that Christensen stuff doesn't bring the rest of the team down. I hope it doesn't. He's not too influential on the squad, I don't believe. He hasn't played all that often, so I'm hoping we'll be fine. But yeah, Christensen has been a bit of an issue since we first signed him. I guess because he should be playing fairly regularly, but he just doesn't with us because we've got better centre-backs. So should an offer come in for him for about the money that we paid for him, considering we got him on the cheap, wouldn't mind getting rid of him if we actually go and have a look at him. He is wanted. 26 million, Hertha won him. We bought him for 15. Let's say they did actually pay his value, face value, 26. I'd take that. 26 years old, sell him on. He's a good player, but oh, that's good. SMS has signed his 5-year deal. That's great. That should get rid of the interest in him from Real Madrid. If you do remember, we rejected near enough £200 million for him. I was happy to do that because I believe in the 2 years that we'll be here for this series, he is going to help the team massively. I mean, look at him. He can play any position perfectly with them attributes. Raul Moro is homegrown in Italy. That's great from him. He's had a good season out at Udinese. 8 goals, 5 assists, 32 games for a Udinese team that isn't expected to do much. He has done well for them, I would say. And yeah, I guess we're about getting close to the Champions League final. Historic Champions Cup final for Lazio, as it is our first final in our 122-year history. It was the aim of the series. I'm hoping we can bring the trophy home. I'll be a bit gutted if we don't now. I've got it set in my head that we will. I don't know why. And I think if we've got that kind of belief, we should be able to do it. Let's just hold the team meeting. So let me just move my head so I can see it. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about our chances. Come home and win the trophy. Endreka, you're not bothered. I don't care about you two. Why are you furious? This guy is always upset with whatever I say. I think his mentality must be awful, because whenever I say we should win, he goes, no, we shouldn't. I don't even know who you are, Luca Falbo. I don't know why you're in the team. At least Endreka got determined from it. He's been okay since we had him. Interested to see Marcus Antonio was here in the squad. In the squad meeting, considering he hasn't done anything for us yet, because we're still not allowed to use him. Still classed as a non-EU player. As you can see, it has had a pretty big effect on his attributes and stuff. However, determination has gone up. I don't think his attributes have actually gone down, but he is just in a slow decline because we haven't really played him a whole year away from football. Of course he's going to. Still 21, plenty of good years in his future. Just seems like a waste of paying him a year of his contract if I'd know. 60 grand a week. Wanted by Arsenal. He hasn't played a game, Arsenal. I don't know how you can come after him. I think Liverpool were interested at one point as well. I hate press conferences on this. I just click and I just know it doesn't matter no matter what you say. So I just skip past it. I find them so boring, so repetitive. Hopefully they do revamp that, but at the same time, I leave most of it to my assistant anyway. Even if they did revamp it, I'd probably use it a couple of times and move on. Temideo, you might have just seen yourself there. Sorry, I'm just waffling really, but we're getting very close to the match. I don't know when it's going to be, so I want you guys to be with me as we pick the team. So here we go, team selection time. Ahmed Hozic, Luis Felipe, Acerbi. Yeah, I'll go for that. I don't see any reason why I should change that. To be honest though, if we could have... Is Aya fit? Aya is fit. I think that would be better, just because I know that Aya plays well. Felipe I don't really trust. Lasari Mendes has to be. Tonali SMS has to be. Dani Olmo has to be. The question is, how is Immobile doing? Recommended 75 minutes. If he's good enough for that, he can come off the bench, but I can't risk starting a not fit player in a Champions League final. Let's get Menino on there as well. It's a 12-man bench, isn't it, for the final? Is there any room for anyone else? It doesn't look like it, so that's what we're going for. Pretty much the same team as last time. We've just got Immobile to hopefully come on in the second half if things aren't going well, but I can't drop any of these two in their current form. Big game time. Everyone, say your prayers. Danny Drinkwater's on the wall there, Lord Danny Drinkwater. I can't even point to it. There you go. If anyone's been a fan of the channel for a long time, since our first series where we've had him, I think it was the Chelsea series at the start of this year, he's always gave us good luck whenever we prayed to him. he gets us the win. So say your prayers to Danny Drinkwater. He's going to get us the win here. Man City, Champions League final. They've got a very good team, much better than Manchester United squad, because as much as I said Man U are usually good in Football Manager, the team they played against us was absolutely shocking. I didn't know half their players. This is only second season in, so like Nikola Vlasic was there. I know he's pretty decent. He plays West Ham in real life for a fair chunk of money, but he's not a Manchester United starting striker, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, he was there, but Man City's side is a lot better than Man U's. Alaba in their team, Jesus, I didn't really get a good look at it, but Foden is in here early on. Donnarumma, big save. Hopefully we can see a lot of him in this game if it goes to penalties or something. Not that I want it to, but I just want him to be the best goalkeeper he can be on a night like this. They've got Alaba, Laporte, Diaz, Walker, Edison, Rodri, Foden, De Bruyne, Sterling. It's a very good team. I'm a bit worried, to be honest. Hopefully we can get an early foot in, but it looks like it's been all Man City so far, and I still believe, and I know some of you will as well, maybe some of you think this is superstitious, even if it's a neutral match, if Man City are the first name on the left, I always feel like they have the home advantage, even though they don't really, but for some reason in my head they still do. And I see that every time in Football Manager, whoever's the home team gets the better rub of the green, even though they're not the home team, if that makes sense. Let me know if you've ever found that. But this is exactly what I predicted. 45 minutes in, the Udinese match was shots and goals all over. This one has been a much quieter one, and I'll take it, because as long as we can stay in the game, I'm happy about that. One of Edouard or Correa will come off in a second, I think, for Immobile. It might be time to get it done. Edouard's going to come off, I think. Ciro Immobile is on. He is up front for us now. No chances really of note for either team, but here is our first proper highlight. Let me just get rid of this so we can see the match better. It's Alaba on the ball. Looks like it's going to be a City highlight. We're struggling with possession. Hopefully we can counter-attack. Rodri. He's played through Alaba. Alaba to Jesus. Good block by Aya. It's a good job we put him in the team. I assume that was the highlight, although we are breaking away. No, nothing has happened there. 60 minutes on the clock now, 30 minutes to go. Grealish has came on for Man City. Interesting that that's actually happened in a world where that did happen in real life for a record-breaking free. Was it record-breaking? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I think Lukaku's record broke that the day after. Olmo's in here. Danny Olmo. Nuno Mendes with an absolutely splitting pass. We've done nothing all game. A quick throw to Mendes. Mendes with a long ball. Olmo scores. Two of our biggest signings this summer, two of our biggest signings in the whole save. It's only been 2 seasons here. Have combined brilliantly there for a goal. How quick was that out of nothing? Great movement. Olmo with the finish. We are 1-0 up. We could actually do this here. If I play my substitution smart, we might be about to end the series. SMS is tired, but I can't bring him off. I cannot bring him off. Not in a game like this. And there is a highlight straight away, so we'll see what this happens. Then I'll decide if I bring him off. Lassari. Immobile's in. Ciro Immobile. He's chipped the goalkeeper. Brilliant ball from Lassari. Immobile still chipping in with the goals here and there. 25 goals this season. It's been a bit more spread out than it was last year, but I don't know how to feel. We're 2-0 up. Lazio are going to win the Champions League, and this series might actually be about to be over. Immobile chips it over the goalkeeper and in. Wow. Now SMS can come off for Castrovilli, who got in the team of the year, so it's not even a bad substitution. And then I think we'll just bring on Menino in midfield for a bit of extra energy. If we go into added time, we've got other players we can bring on too. But I don't expect it to happen here. We've got quite lucky in terms of our XG. If we 3-0 this, we'll know that we're just in good dynamics form, and Football Manager is giving us benefits because of our dynamics, because this shouldn't be a 2-0 to us game. If Man City do pull a goal back now, though, we might struggle because I've taken off some of our key players. Sterling, Rodri, Aya away. 4 minutes left to go. I think we're about to win the Champions League. I think we've done it. There you go, guys. Champions League brought home to Lazio in only 2 seasons as well. I think that's pretty impressive. I didn't think we'd do it so soon. I still don't understand how he went so far in the first season as well. The team isn't at the level where it should be, which makes me think maybe it's the tactics. But even still, the tactics aren't so OP. I mean, you saw there that we didn't have any chances, we didn't have much possession, yet we still came out of the game pretty comfortably 2-0 up. I don't remember a decent Manchester City highlight other than that first one they had. We've won it, we've won the trophy. God, maybe everything's just clicked together in Lazio perfectly here. Maybe it is a better team than I give credit for. I think Immobile is a huge deal up front for us, the amount of goals that he scored, but everyone was chipping in this season. Correa, Immobile, Edouard, even SMS in midfield with 20-odd goals, Olmo with 11, Mendes and Lassari getting goals between them. Probably our best performance of the series in terms of average match ratings. And there we go. We've actually brought it to Rome. We brought the Champions League to Lazio. Oof. Lazio fans worship Cooper, but I bet you I'm not on anything other than favoured personnel list here. I guarantee it. Let's have a look. Lazio, general. Yeah, we're still only favoured personnel. How has that happened? We've just won all these trophies in 2 years here. Our reputation is now at 5 stars. Famous treble we've just won. Medals for Champions League given out. I didn't think we'd finish this series so quickly. I've really enjoyed it though. I've really enjoyed making this Lazio series. Gets me interested in what we could potentially do in FM22 now. Plenty of money in the club. If we'd gone on for another season, I would have bought so many good players. I had people in mind, Makoko. I also had a few midfielders in mind as well. A whole new defence pretty much had been laid out as well if it had happened. Whew, there we go, guys. That is the Lazio series over, but I'm not going to end the video here. I'm just going to say a few things before we finish. Firstly, in terms of what you can expect from the channel going forward until FM22, I think it might be a bit quiet on here for a little bit. Maybe I'll make a video about my actual FM22 save plans, but I think it'll be a little quiet. Maybe I'll make an odd Football Manager video here and there, but it should be me pretty much preparing for FM22. As I did mention that I'm trying to upgrade my background and my setup and stuff, so I think in the meantime I'll be making sure that everything is working, functioning, hopefully a lot better for FM22. And I'm hoping that that pays off in terms of what you guys see in terms of the content. I also think if I can improve the way that I make my videos and the way that they look, we'll have more people from FM Scout coming over to this channel as well, because I imagine that's how most of you found me, through FM Scout. I will give you a little teaser though. I think we're going to be managing in the Premier League for our beta save for a club that probably needs a bit of help, probably needs a bit of rebuilding. They've had it tough for the last 10, 20 years, to be honest, since a bit of bad ownership. That will probably give you a clue of who we're going to manage. But yeah, Lazio, all done. It was my first fare into Italian football as a manager. Smashed it really, didn't we? I don't think we ever looked like we were going to lose much. Even the first season we did really well. Wasn't expecting this, wasn't expecting to finish here. But anyway, that'll be the end of today's video, guys. At the end of the series, if you have enjoyed the series, drop a like on the video. Don't forget to comment down below your favourite player, your favourite part. If I was going to look at my team, I would have said that Nuno Mendes had a really big impression. So did Ahmed Hozic. SMS is probably going to go down as player of the series for me. I haven't really seen much like that. I mean, this season especially. Last season he was a bit here and there. He really hit it off this season in a role we were playing him at. Loved the work from him. Immobile did way better than I thought he would. I was already thinking about replacing him first season because he was getting quite on in terms of his age, but he never really stopped scoring. What a team we built here. We didn't even do too much work. As I said, we probably only spent about £50 million, and the club's in better financial state because of it. So with that being said, I won't talk too much more. Thank you for watching this series. I'm really excited for FM22. Thank you for all the growth as well that we've had on the channel throughout the last year or so. We were on probably 100, less than 100 subscribers when FM21 came out, when I just started working for FM Scout. Here we are now on 3,000 odd, and if we keep growing that way, I reckon it might be a bit ambitious, but I'd be aiming for around 10,000, 8,000 to 10,000, I reckon, in that range by the end of FM22. If we can do that, that would be awesome. Not expecting it, but I believe if I work towards it and make the right videos, I think we'll get there. So thank you for all the support on the series. It really does mean a lot. And hopefully I'll see you soon, guys. So thank you and goodbye.